What's poppin' fight world? Just finished watching IFL TV interview with my boy Anthony Joshua, man. It was a beautiful interview, man. He even went back all the way to the 50,000 your boy Deontay Sloppy had in the book bag, man. It was a great interview, and this is why you gotta respect the man, because he didn't disrespect Deontay. He didn't disrespect Dillian or Parker or, you know what I mean, any of the fighters out there. He's giving them their props, and he just want that smoke. He just want to be a champion who fought all the fighters of today. And that's what you get out of this interview, right? But Anthony Joshua said a lot of different things that I felt like everything he said I disagree with, B. Like, if it was something on there I didn't agree with, I would just say, yeah, he playing. But, you know, like I said in my last video, Eddie Hearn is a good promoter. He put that pressure on these fighters, man. But listen, sometimes he talk a little bit too much. Sometimes he give a lot away. You understand me? And it just goes to show you that Anthony Joshua is his own boss and he's grounded. He said, listen, Eddie Hearn did say, that he believes that Deontay Wilder versus, Anthony Joshua, or even a Fury versus Anthony Joshua should be a 50-50 fight. Anthony Joshua didn't agree with that. He said, listen, for me, you have to explain that to me. You have to make me a believer, because at the end of the day, right, I have been fighting more fighters that are much better, right? My record is way cleaner. You understand me? Built up against champions and defenses. When Deontay Wilder, the best win is Ortiz, and Ortiz again, right? And I was watching, I'm not even gonna say I was watching, but it was some LDBC cocksucker, right? I don't know how he came across my desk, because those type of channels shouldn't come across my desk. But I was listening for a half a second, real talk, because his voice is annoying. You know what I mean? So he said in his video that Anthony Joshua, right? No, he said Deontay Wilder has fought your boy Ortiz twice, and he went to a draw with, Fury, and that made him, that makes his record superior to Joshua's. And I clicked it right there. On my mama, I clicked it right there. I can't even listen further. That doesn't make any sense. You understand me? I'm not even going to tell you why it don't make sense, because you should know as the listener. But at the end of the day, back to Anthony Joshua. Listen, we already know Joshua's record is better than Deontay Wilder, but it's okay. Deontay Wilder has a chance to do some different things to make his record much, much better. He says he has 6 more years in the sport. Well, that's 6 more years of fighting better opposition. At this point, you have nothing. Right? So Anthony Joshua says, listen, somebody got to explain to me, Eddie Hearn, Deontay, somebody got to explain to me why he deserves 50-50. And homeboy said, well, you did lose to Andy by knockout. He said, well, if I lost to Andy by knockout, then it must be the biggest comeback ever, because no one thought I can win, and I did get destroyed, and I came back and outboxed him, and he couldn't land one punch on me. I made it clean and clear who won that fight, point blank, period. And he said, I can understand that too. You understand me? And I also can understand why you won't agree to, 50-50, because people take your words out of, pocket. And at the end of the day, that's what these YouTubers do to make their point, because they have a narrative. They're trying to make Anthony Joshua look bad. Now, Anthony Joshua continued to keep it funky. He says, listen, Deontay is a great fighter. He's a warrior. Now, I'm taking a risk going in the fight with him, because he got great power. He could hit me one punch and knock me out. So that's more of a reason why I should get a bigger percentage of the pie. You understand me? Not because only my record, not only because, I'm a bigger draw. You understand me? And I got the people that's backing me that got big money and deep pockets. I'm going into a dangerous fight with a dangerous man. It's a great fight. You understand me? But I believe I can win and I can be victorious. And I believe it too. And if you watch it, put your hands in the air for my boy Anthony Joshua, man, spitting facts, right? So at the end of the day, man, beautiful interview, man. He talked about the 50 million, but he ain't go too deep in that. He said, listen, man, at the end of the day, when that offer was given, we heard it. I said I wanted it. They offered it by Deontay Wilder. His team said, listen, send us more information on that. And you know what happened? It collapsed. You feel what I'm saying? Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder, that fight is not 50-50. Anthony Joshua says 30-70, but he was just saying maybe a 30-70. Don't take his words out of context. But I believe right now it is a 70-30. But I can understand a 60-40. But I don't understand. Like I said previously, I can't get why Eddie Hearn would say 50-50. That's why I said in my last video, see, I'm a prediction king. I know everything, man. I say he talk a little bit too much, man. I just said it in my last video. You see what I'm saying? Man, my boy Anthony Joshua didn't parse words or try to cover up. He said, well, then Eddie Hearn got to sit down and explain that to me. Make the numbers match. Maybe I'm missing something because I am heavyweight champion. I do got more belts. My record is better, and I'm the bigger draw. Why does he, a guy from Alabama, get in the ring with me for $50 million for 50-50? You understand what I'm saying? Point blank period. So that tells me also that if you look at the DAZN deal, when they offered your boy, he offered your boy $100 million, but they didn't offer your boy Deontay $100 million to fight Joshua. I think it was a 3-fight deal with Joshua being the third of that deal. So maybe $40 million to fight Joshua and collecting, a couple of more dollars, maybe 60,000 fighting 2 tomato cans. You understand what I'm saying? It was a great deal. So, but that tells me that Joshua probably was getting, if they was going to give him that, he was getting probably 60 million or maybe even 50 million, because you got to understand something. Well, probably even more than that. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, if you really want to count somebody's pockets, your boy Deontay would have got 100 million, 120 million all together. You feel me? But I get the argument Joshua would have only had to fight him, one time and got 50, 40 million. Deontay sweating his balls off fighting 3 times for the 120 or whatever. So I get the argument. I understand why they want to see what Joshua is getting now. I get it now. See, I'm not biased on this channel. But really, at the end of the day, I never understood why channels would talk about money, talk about people's purses, but I understand now. Because in order to see who's ducking, so in order to see, who's made what and when and why he won't fight him, it gives you a gauge who wants to fight and who don't want to fight. You understand me? But Anthony Joshua, man, he laid it on the line. He talked about it all. Go to the video and go check it out. I'm going to put the link in the description, man. And you cannot go and leave that, that interview not giving respect and saluting the boy Anthony Joshua for breaking it down round by round. At the end of the day, he did give me confirmation, because I just did a video talking about how I didn't understand how he was going to give up the IBF for pull-ups because, I think Eddie Hearn, big ass mouth, talking about he may drop it. Again with Eddie Hearn. And he said, nah, listen, I fight in Turkey. I fight over here. I fight over there. I even fight in, you know what I mean? Even in UK. It doesn't matter to me. You know what I'm saying? See, that's a real champion right there, man. That's why I said I didn't understand it. Like, I'm like, how you give him the IBF? Like, but Eddie Hearn is a wild dude. Eddie Hearn be talking. Great promoter, man, but sometimes he talk a little bit too much. Maybe he should tell Anthony Joshua, give him a call, text him and say, listen, man, I'm about to say this. There's a reason for this. You feel me? Maybe Eddie Hearn wants the fight to be in the UK. Maybe he wants to give back to the people. And it's a beautiful thing. Anthony Joshua wants to fight back in his home country too. But at the end of the day, he ain't mad going to Turkey. And I know that he ain't dropping IBF, so that makes me happy as a fan. You rocking with your boy CBT. Leave me your thoughts in the comment section. You rocking with your boy. Peace. This beat rocking. You should be getting a haircut to this beat right here, man. You should go watch Anthony Joshua knockout greatest hits. You see what I'm saying? Rock out to the channel, man. Subscribe. Share the video, man. If you're an Anthony Joshua supporter, man, put your fists in the air, man. If you're an Anthony Joshua supporter, man, put something in the comment section, man. If you riding with Anthony Joshua and you believe he gonna knock out, thought you had to figure new media, new perspective, casual boxing talk. Rocking with the best, man. These other channels can't do this. Like, I'm giving it to you, subscribe to the channel.